Well, hello there, everyone. My name is Adam, and welcome back to Golden Sun. Last time, we had just managed to arrive here in the town of Colima, and things are not going well for everyone. It seems like they had a bad encounter with the local spirit of the forest, Tret, after someone tried to cut him down. Needless to say, he was not very happy about that, and he decided to curse everyone in town by turning them into trees. A reasonable enough response, I suppose. If you have the power and someone tried to kill you, why not turn them into the thing they were just trying to chop down? I am, of course, kidding. That is 100% an extremely extreme response, but I suppose I can understand it. Especially because, as was pointed out by talking to, or I suppose, reading the minds of some of the townspeople here that have been turned into trees, they knew Tret was not only the spirit of the forest, but 100% sentient and sapient, and actually alive, and not just in the sense that a tree would be. And yet they still tried to cut him down. Whether the person who did this was actually aware of that fact or not, it remains to be seen at this particular point in the game, but given that it was common knowledge to this town, and that the people that came through here to gather lumber from Billabon, whether they were native here, whether they were native to this town, native to Billabon, or native to Emil further up north, they still came through this town, and everyone in this town knew all about Tret. So, maybe Tret's response was a bit extreme, but perhaps it was warranted. Especially because, as his friend pointed out, Laurel, that this is not Tret's normal behavior, and that the damage to his life and the extreme degradation done to the forest has awakened his evil side. So, that in mind, it is understandable, if not exactly the right thing to do. But, anyway, as you can see, there's a djinn here, but we can't get into it from out here. However, there is that ladder there. And how do we get in there, you ask? Well, we have to use a secret route to get into the back of this house here. And then we can just go down into this cave. And circle our way around this said cave. Oh, there's actually monsters down here. I had forgotten about that fact. Well, we'll handle these well enough. We'll show off Garrett's flare wall while we're at it. We'll go ahead and use Gust. And Flare Wall. It's quite powerful. Visually, of course, it is just a slightly more potent and larger wall of fire, similar to the Flare spell it's upgraded from. But the visuals aren't everything. It is quite a bit more powerful than the basic Flare. Ah, zombies. And so we'll just go ahead and attack here. Use Forge for a quick attack boost. And then we'll just resume our attacks. No need to waste synergy on simple zombies, after all. Ah yes, Stun Voltage. The Unleash of the Witch's Wand. I remember I didn't actually get to talk about what it does last time. So, first we'll come up here, talk to this djinn, and it joins us without a fight again. Lovely. And the Venus Djinn Granite joined Isaac. I cannot talk today, apparently. So, what does this new djinn do? Well, I'm glad you asked. And so, let's show off what it does. Well, maybe later. Rats. They have an annoying tendency to guard very often. But as for the Witch's Wand and its Unleash stun voltage, it again converts the user's attack power to Jupiter element damage and unleashes an attack with boosted power in an attempt to stun the enemy. It's not the most useful, especially for a mage like Ivan, but given that it is a Jupiter-type Unleash, and Ivan is a Jupiter-type character, it actually has a fair bit of power even for a physical attack. And now, for the next part of the fun we have here. After we got our second Djinn for Isaac, making it 2 Venus Djinn, we can now use the second tier Venus summon, Ramses, the guardian of an immortal pharaoh. Well, that sounds promising. Let's see what it does. First we stun the rat, and then we unleash Ramses. Very nice. Quite a bit more powerful than the basic tier 1 Venus summon. And if we wander over here, we can see that Granite is still on recovery after being summoned before, but we can see his effect, a mighty earthen barrier. That raises physical defense, which is actually quite nice. So we'll go ahead and just use our other summons here. The rat soldiers seem very interested in running away today. Ah, there we go, and Granite has recovered. Some nice change in experience. And coming all the way over here, we find... Oh, look, it's the ocean. How lovely. But nothing over here to be seen, really. So, we'll just make our way back from this dead end. See what we can see over this way. Oh, Lima Bridge. Nothing we can do here. Seems the guard there has been turned into a tree. So, we'll head back on our way over this way. Well, now might be a good time to show off Granite. And we'll just go ahead and take out these enemies. Protective aura encircles the party. Which we don't actually get to see what it does because we take the enemies out so effectively. Unfortunate. Or maybe very fortunate. Hard to be certain sometimes. So, we'll just keep going on our way here for now. Starting to run low on synergy, but that's to be expected. It's been a while since we've rested up. And so we'll just wander up here and another dead end. Excellent. And we'll just attack here. The annoying tendency for these rats to defend so much makes them especially annoying. They're not powerful at all, so they're definitely no danger whatsoever. But just how often they defend makes them quite annoying. And this arrangement of enemies. Oh dear. Oh, I meant to use Ray there, but oh well. And one of the rat soldiers ran away. Very well. Less experience for us, so that's unfortunate, but, well, we still managed to win the battle without much trouble. And something else, now that we have 2 Jin actually set to Isaac. If we look at his stats here, we see that with 2 Jin set, he has been upgraded from a Squire to a Knight, giving him quite a substantial boost to all stats, really. Especially to HP. His attack and defense get fair boosts, as does his agility. No boost to his luck, though, unfortunately. I don't think there's really any items that boost. There's really any way to boost luck, but I'm reminded of this as well, the Hard Nut, which boosts defense. So we look and see that at the moment, Ivan has the lowest defense, but as fragile as he is, he's probably never going to have amazing defense anyway, so counterintuitively, giving this to him is probably not the best way to go. Instead, we'll give it to the one who's supposed to be our tanky boy here. Just give it to Garrett. 2-point increase in defense may not sound like much, but it can be quite nice. And the apple here boosts defense. Now, Garrett has the highest attack power, so giving it to him may seem like the wisest idea, but, well, we're going to give it to Isaac. Because it's quite a sizable increase, as you can see. And with how slow Garrett is, we can't really rely on his damage output being always useful. And as you can see, Garrett and Isaac are doing about even damage for now, so I think it was a fair use of that item. But for now, we're just going to make our way back through Billabon Barricade. Head back to Billabon so we can heal up for a bit. So we can heal up rather quickly. I just cannot talk today. I apologize for that. So, we'll head here to Billabon, go to the inn, and rest up. I know earlier on I said we don't really need to do this, and that it's more a matter of quickness and convenience to be able to just stay at an inn and heal up completely, but, well, sometimes convenience is nice. And with the amount of coin we're beginning to get from battles, a stay at the inn is only 1 or 2 battles worth of coin, so it's not even a big loss. Earlier on, before getting to around this part of the game, it might have been different. But now we're getting to the point where coin gain far outweighs the usage of inns. So, it's not even a penalty any longer. And so, from here on, I may be opting to stay at inns every now and then, just as a quick recovery. Especially given where we're about to head to. Lima Forest. This is not a very nice place. And let's see where we go. Yes, they have new enemies in the forest compared to outside. Not terribly strong enemies, but I believe they are stronger in general compared to the enemies outside the forest. So this may wind up being rather fun. I say sarcastically. Let me see if I can remember how to do this. Ah, yes. And this is the gimmick for Lima Forest. Log pushing puzzles. And Ivan levels up as well. Excellent. Yes, log pushing puzzles. What fun. They don't start out especially difficult, but as with most things with puzzles of this type, that will change rather quickly. I say that, of course, but no puzzles in this game are ever really that challenging. They do get more challenging as they go, of course, though. That's just the case with games in general. Ah yes, skeletons and willheads. Not exactly the kind of thing you want to see in a forest. Because after all, seeing the undead wandering around is very rarely a good thing. But they're easy enough to handle. They don't give very good experience compared to some other things, especially for how tough they are. I think skeletons are one of the tougher enemies that we'll find here. So we'll go ahead and use our Djinn here for a rather strong blow from Ivan. This is probably helped by the fact that the Jupiter Unleash that he used is, of course, Jupiter element damage, and as a Jupiter adept, Ivan's Jupiter power is quite high. Jupiter. And on top of all of that, the skeletons are rather weak to Jupiter element damage. So of course, a strong unleash like, or not unleash, but Djinn effect like using Gust, such as Ivan did, especially if he manages to activate its double hit effect for full damage, can be quite potent. And there we have a little bit of a trap. If you actually do push that log from the side, you can't progress. A minor annoyance, but still. And we'll just unleash a whirlwind here. And then summon Venus. And the rat gets a critical hit. What a surprise. But there goes the rat. And here we go. Onward and forward. It's been a while since I've been here, so my memory of the forest isn't exactly perfect. But I think we're on the right track. This early on in the forest, there's only one way you can really go, so it would be kind of hard to not be on the right track. So let's see here. Ah, and our first obstacle. The bridge over the river is out. Unfortunate, that. Though if we look around up here, there's nowhere else we can really go here. So we push the log. And that doesn't get us anywhere, so we push the log again. And then we push this log up, and this one down, and we can get back out of here. And then back around here, push this log over, and this time, it rolls on over, into the river, and we can hop over. Just like that. And quite a lot of rats and bees. Oh, goodness. Let's see if we can deal with this. A quick fire. And it turns out that insects and rats don't seem to like fire very much. Who would have guessed? Wrong buttons. And continuing on this way, into the next area. Now, looking here, you can see those stairs going down, which means we should be able to get down there. But we can't right now, and coming up here, we see the path moving ahead, but we can't get there either. So what do? Well, we look around for starters. Do not touch floodgate switch. But what if we did touch the floodgate switch? Ooh, a treasure chest. We'll have to make sure that we try and grab that. So, if we do touch the floodgate switch, we open it up and all the water drains out. And that means we can get down there. And if we get down there, that means we can mess around with these logs. Most of them anyway. So, we'll just push this one up here. And push this one up here. Push that one over there. And you may be wondering what all that just did for us. Well, at the moment it didn't really do anything for us. But if we push this one down, push this one back over, push this one up, and do things horribly out of order and inefficiently, then we can come up here and push this one down, push this one back over. Feel like I'm doing this wrong. We'll jump from this one to this one, and then we'll need to... Feel like I need to reset this room. So let's try again. We have to flip the floodgate switch again, but that's only a minor annoyance. Work with me here, Isaac. Please face the switch. And we flip the switch. And then we come down here, and I realize the irony of this situation, having so much trouble with this puzzle right after saying how not difficult the puzzles are in this game. The irony of that is not lost on me. But if we come down here, we can push that one over. We can push this one down here. I wonder what will happen if we push this one all the way over here. And then push this one up. This one over. This one down here. And this one over. No, it seems like we're still missing one. I'm probably going to figure this out and then feel very, very embarrassed about it later. But... Well, this is turning out to be very embarrassing, so we're just going to take a quick break here until next time while I figure out how this goes. And then when we return, I'll hopefully have the solution to this puzzle worked out. And we can find out what's in that treasure chest up there. So, until then, well, until then. See you next time, everyone. Blasted log rolling puzzles, I swear.